So, for my discipline approach, I chose the win win method. And in this method, students are really able to understand what they did wrong, and they're able to work with themselves and the teacher to kind of come together and understand what went wrong, reflect how the next time this happens, they can prevent this from happening. So it just really allows them to get some responsibility within themselves, which is one of my main classroom philosophy ideas. And it allows them to reflect and really understand what they did wrong exactly, and how to prevent this from happening again. So, for my model that I have here, it begins with in this classroom, we learn from our mistakes, which I feel like is the main idea of the win win model. It's when you make a mistake, we're going to learn from it and prevent that from happening again. So, to start, the student will receive a reminder from the teacher about their behavior, and the student will think about their choices. So, this is what I did wrong. What choice did I make? Was this really a smart choice? Then the teacher and student will meet together, they'll talk it out. Now, this could, depending on the situation, could be something before lunch where they talk it out, or if this is something very small, it could probably be 30 seconds. So this teacher and student will talk it out. They're going to decide together how to make better choices next time. So this is where the teacher can come in and, kind of reflect with the student, help the student out with understanding the overall classroom, going back to the classroom conduct and going back to that so the student can really understand and process what exactly they did wrong. Next, the student will make changes. So the student can make a plan to do better next time. This doesn't have to be like a written out plan, really just is for the student to understand how they can better react the next time something like this occurs. And if needed, the student can or should apologize if that's needed. Lastly, begin again. The student goes back to learning or whatever they were doing prior to this incident, and the teacher will celebrate the positive choice. So, say the same situation happens again, and the student solves this themselves correctly and responds appropriately, then the teacher can go up to the student and kind of just say, I love the way that you handled that. So, this idea really doesn't focus on complete punishment. In a way, it can be punishment, but it's mainly for to foster a strong relationship between the teacher and student and allowing them to come together, teaching the student responsibility and letting the student know that they have full control of their actions, which teaches a lot of beneficial life skills. It also follows another one of my main classroom philosophies, which is relationship building and also strong communication, because the student and teacher are communicating together, they're working together, figuring out why this happened, and then lastly, taking responsibility for their actions. So the win-win model and approach aligns to my 3 classroom philosophies, and this is something that I would definitely instill within my own classroom.